Hello, I am 𝘸𝘪𝘵𝘩. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this lovely day. Today I wanted to talk about something from an episode of Good Times, and if you know me personally, you know that Good Times is my jam. I watch it every weekend. I think I was like 4 days old when that show premieres. I wasn't even old enough to watch, but it is my favorite all-time show. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the episode of Black Jesus, where JJ painted the portrait of what was actually Ned the Wino, and then it ended up being Black Jesus. And if you watched the show, I know you're familiar with that episode. And as I watched that episode, some things came up in my spirit, and I thought about a couple of reels that I made for TikTok where I was talking about practicing the nature of divine, and in that realizing that everyone and everything that you come into contact with is an expression of the divine or of God, or whatever you refer to the supreme being as. And as I thought about that during that episode, I was looking at all of the miraculous things that were happening for them once they put up the portrait of the Black Jesus. And the reason for that being, what came up in my spirit, is because the Evans family had finally come into the realization of an image of God that looked like themselves. If you are a black person, a brown person, yellow person, or any other persuasion other than Caucasian, it's going to be difficult for you to see yourself in God when you're looking at the image of God that has been taught and handed down, and that is the image of a Caucasian man. And I've seen some of my white counterparts and acquaintances say things like, well, it really doesn't matter. It absolutely does matter. It's difficult for me to imagine that I am made in the image of God if that image does not look like me. When I'm looking in the mirror, what I'm seeing is a black woman. I don't see a Caucasian woman, and I certainly don't see a Caucasian man. So unless you are a Caucasian or Caucasian male specifically, you're really not going to, see yourself, in God if you're going by that graven image. And so once the Evans family was able to see themselves, in God, and see themselves as an expression of this black God, all of a sudden all these miraculous things started to show up for them. And the only person that nothing happened for was Florida. Because something even happened for Walona, even though she, didn't live in that apartment. She said that, it was seeping right over into her apartment. And the reason why nothing was happening for Florida is because Florida was hanging on to the image of divine that she had been taught, this image of a white man. And so she was hanging on to something outside of herself, something external. And so the realization that, God is in us and we are in God, she had not been hit with this revelation because she was just adamant that, the image of God was of, this person that she had, the first thing that she remembers seeing. She made a comment that she doesn't remember if she saw, that image first or her mom first, some comment like that. And so she was holding on to that image, and she was actually resentful toward the rest of the family and toward Walona because they were really hyped up about this image, and knowing that all of these good things were happening to them because of that, because nothing good had been happening before then. And so her argument was that, we're thinking about Jesus more, we're talking about God more, or whatever. But it's really critical, in order for you to believe that you are an expression of God, for you to be able to see an image that looks like you. When you look in the mirror, you have to know that that image in the mirror, whether you're black, brown, yellow, Caucasian, whatever you are, you know, that is an expression of the divine. You know, not the white man in the sky that you were taught, you know, not the image of, you know, the white man that, you know, might be hanging on your wall, you know, that you bought from, you know, from a store or from a shop, but that the image of God is the person that you see in the mirror, because, you know, you are being expressed, you know, as God on this earth. You know, we are all divine beings, you know, being expressed as ourselves. And so it just came up for me that, you know, this is why all of those good things were happening for them, is because they finally caught a revelation of themselves as their higher selves. So hope that makes sense. I'm going to wrap it up with that. Thank you very much for watching. I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the thumbs up button if you like the video. Hit the bell icon to receive notifications of when I release new videos. I also wanted to mention that I'm going to be doing an 8-week course called The Return to the Divine Self, where I'm going to be going a lot deeper than I would be in a YouTube video, and that's going to be from September 11th through November 4th. I am going to drop the information and the link to apply for that course in the description box, and it's by application only, because it's very intense and it goes very deep, and it challenges you to let go of your religious thoughts and beliefs. Like, we're really going to go deep into that course, you know, so you don't want to be a Florida. if you're going to take that course, you're going to want to be open-minded like Walona and the remainder of the Evans family, if you know, in order to take that course. So if you want to apply for that, again, I'm going to drop that information and the link in the description box. Thank you again for watching, and make it a lovely day.